everybody, it's Brooke. Welcome back to another episode of the Knit Soul podcast. I have been gone for a minute because I've been quite busy traveling and then turning 25. So happy birthday to me. My birthday was Wednesday of last week, and today is Monday morning, and so we've got a lot to talk about, but a quick episode while I am on the way into work. So first things first, let me introduce myself. My name is Brooke, and I am in the Northern Virginia area. I'm an interior designer, and I also am the owner and designer behind Fully Spun, in which I hand dye roving and have it spun at a mill, and that creates a beautiful striping color effect where the colors repeat within themselves. And so definitely check that out at www.fullyspun.com. Also, check me out on Instagram. I'm Brooke Knits. And on Ravelry, I'm 2013 Chick, CHIC. As well, we have a Ravelry group where I post the show notes from every week. And also have the threads for the Knitalong that is currently going on, which was supposed to start last week, but I guess technically it's going to start today since I did not post last week. So up first, the Knitalong is called the Make It Hot Knitalong, and basically in that Knitalong, the goal is for everyone to finish something that's really large and probably a little bit too big to be working on during the summer. Obviously not achievable for those of you who don't have air conditioning but live where it's really hot, and probably not achievable for those of you who live in Arizona where it's over 110 degrees most of the days of the week, which is just, I can't even imagine. I don't even know if I've probably never even been in more than like 103 or 104. So yeah, definitely not for those of you from Arizona probably either, but I have really big hopes. I have a couple sweaters and a blanket that I am planning to work on, but I've got to get some things done first. So we'll see what I end up putting in the Knitalong, but there will be prizes. And if you're interested in checking that out, works in progress, of course, are enterable. Feel free to double dip if you're doing stash. I think that's the perfect project to go into the Knitalong. All right, first up, we do have a finished object. I don't have it here with me. I finished the Deschain sweater, and that is a cotton crop tee type sweater, and I actually knit that for my sister for her birthday, which is tomorrow on Tuesday. But since we went to the beach this weekend, so I went ahead and gave it to her. That sweater is knit out of Barocco Remix, which is an acrylic, cotton, and linen blend. And I was really happy with how it turned out. I thought it was super cute. I did not end up knitting the sleeves on it. I tried it on once I finished the seaming, and I was like, it doesn't even need sleeves. So it worked out really well. I will say I knit the back first, and it just said knit to 18 inches, and I did the front second, and the seaming on the side, you do the mattress stitch, which means you need to have the same number of rows on both sides, and I didn't read ahead in the pattern to see that. So either do the front first and make them match if you're going to knit it, or just count the number of rows in the front because it has a specific stitch pattern row count, and then make that match on the back so that the seams will line up. But otherwise, I was really happy with the pattern. Up next, works in progress. I do have a lot of works in progress, and I'm not showing you everything today. I'm in the midst of a push through the things that are sort of in the middle of being done before I start on some new things, which is going to be like 3 sweaters probably in a row. But up first, I have the Starting Point Mystery Knitalong, which is not a mystery Knitalong anymore. That ended earlier this month, and of course I did not make the deadline, but I do love the project, and I do intend to keep working on it. But that's where my current focus is. And last time you all saw this, I had this part done, which is I think through clue 2 of the first triangle, and then I had just started this part. So this is what I just started over the weekend, because last week I was working on my blanket, and then I had to do the front of the Deschain sweater in like 2 days to make it for the beach. So this is where I am, and this is what I'm planning to focus on over the course of the next week. This is knit out of Knit Picks Gloss in the 4 colors you see there, and then the speckledy color is a sock blank that I dyed to match to go in between. Now that she has finished and released the pattern and released the pictures, she mentioned that you could use more speckled yarns or use all speckled yarns, and I think that would create a really cool and interesting effect because of the shaping that happens. And I was correct in my guess that basically the 2 triangles meet in the middle, and then you do triangles out from the center, and that's kind of the starting point. But yeah, it's just a rectangular wrap, and I'm excited about it. My plan is to have it for my desk at work. My hair keeps getting stuck on my decorations today. Alright, that's that. Up next, I'm not sure if you guys have seen it in its current state. This is the Ambah shawl. No, not Ambah. That's the name of the designer. It's the Kimba shawl by Ambah O'Brien. And this is a shop sample that I was working on and didn't quite finish for the Frederick Fiber Fest, which I vended at a couple weeks ago. And so this is going to be next after the starting point shawl for me to finish, of course, hopefully before the show that I have going on July 29th, which is the Fibernate Farmers Market, and that's here in Falls Church, Virginia. But yeah, this is out of the Blue Hole, and then the Chief is the second color that I'm going to put in there. I'm just going to do 2 colors, and it's going to end in this pretty chevron shape, and then of course the yarn has the striping that happens too. Oops. Up next is the project that has been stealing all of my time and has stolen my heart, and I'm very excited about it. This is my Big Ass Fair Isle blanket, which is a pattern that I talked about last week, where I had dyed 14 colors for the Persian Dreams Worsted blanket, but started working on it, and it was just pretty fiddly and frustrating to work with. So I pulled out my Fair Isle Stitch sampler book, picked out 2 that I liked, and then did all the math and figured out the striping for how I'm going to do the blanket. And of course it doesn't look very exciting right now because the colors, the white is actually 2 colors, and so in the first couple groupings it ended up being white, blue, white, and then green. But I'm on the second section out of 17. So yeah, definitely very excited about that. It's really soft and squishy. It's knit out of Knit Picks Wool of the Andes. And I mean, I'm not going to wear it on my face, but it's definitely soft and squishy when you squeeze it with your hands. Alright. Up next, I have a pair of socks. When I was at the Frederick Fiber Fest and just had a couple seconds, like I barely had any time really that I wasn't talking to people and explaining to them how my yarn worked, but I did end up just cast starting this sock there, and then I worked on it throughout the next week because I was traveling on a plane. And then after that, I was just too tired really to think about doing anything else. So this is a almost 1 of 2 socks, and I'm knitting this using the How I Make My Socks pattern by Susan B. Anderson. And so it has a slip stitch gusset heel, and it has just a regular decreased wedge shaped toe, and it's knit from the top down. And this is out of the Street Art Sock Blank by Stranded Dye Works, which is turning out really pretty. And here's the rest of the sock blank. So the next sock, so it was hard to figure out which side was the side you knit from, but this is the side that I'm knitting from. So the next sock is not going to be as blue as this one, but it's still going to be really pretty and gorgeous. And I'm using size 0 needles, and I went up to 56 stitches for this sock. I was happy with the 52 stitches that I did on my last sock, but I'm just trying to experiment, use different heel shapes, use different stitch counts, just to figure out what I like the best. So my next plan after this, I bought the Fish Lips Kiss heel pattern, and that was the one I originally was going to knit this with, but it's just so complicated. I was like, I can't. It was she had you doing too many things, doing too much math and too many measurements, and I was like, no, I'm good. So, but I think I'm going to try that one next after I finish this pair. Alright, that's it for works in progress. Up next is acquisitions, and of course, since it's been 2 weeks, and also was my birthday, I do have quite a few acquisitions. The first two are from the Frederick Fiber Fest, and they're actually awesome project bags. And these are made by Twisted Yarn and Fiber, and they're just really cute. This one is a comic book pattern, and then this one just has cute little whales, and the interior is lined with the light canvas, and it's just really, really pretty. So I love these bags. I'll definitely be getting more of her bags, and I had been looking for or thinking about making drawstring bags for a while, and I saw these while I was at the show. So while I'm in this bag, it's got more acquisitions in it. You guys have seen these two skeins before from Amy of Stranded Dye Works, and Street Art, and then Shiner, which is a light purple, which you probably can't really tell right now. And when I was in Chicago for NeoCon, hi Rolo, are you coming up here, Pooh? When I was in Chicago for NeoCon, I picked up these two skeins of Malabrigo Machida, which is also a Super Wash Merino single strand. And my plan is to use the 4 of these for a, not color affection, exploration station. For an exploration station. And I haven't gone back through and looked at which colors are used together with the striping and brioche and all that to decide what colors I want to be what in what order. So yeah, that is going to be way down the pipeline though, because I've got some other projects that are coming up first. Next in acquisitions, this was a birthday present that I did not purchase. My sister, we saw this at Maryland Sheep and Wool, and I loved it. It's by Dragonfly Fibers, and it's called Van Gogh's Bedroom. And it's their Ginny base, which is a MCN base. And I just thought it was really, really pretty, and she wouldn't let me get one too. And it turned out that's because she was going to give it to me for my birthday. So I was very happy with that. Thank you, Aldia. And I'm excited to use it. Don't know what I'm going to make with it yet. And finally, I've been talking about this for a while and thinking about this for a while. I purchased a sweater's worth of yarn to make the Anniversaire cardigan by Vera Valamanki, and that is in the latest edition of Pom Pom Quarterly, their summer edition. And so I bought this Malabrigo Rios for the main color. And so I have, I think, 5 or 6 skeins of this. And this is actually a light worsted. It's not a DK weight, but I'm going to swatch it and I hope that it will work out well. But this is going to be the main color. And then I bought 2 skeins of this Magpie colorway in, what's the name of the base? It's not telling me what the name of the base, oh, Castaway. This is the Castaway DK base by AMU Stranded Dyeworks, of course, and this is the Magpie colorway. So it's got white, dark gray, and then some teal tones all throughout it. And this is going to be the back right section of cables. So on the back of the sweater, on the left side, there are just honeycomb cables, and then there's a section of 3 larger format cables that go all the way at the back. And so I'm going to do that in this contrast color, and then I'm going to do the rest of the sweater in this color. So I'm really excited about that. I'm going to cast that on next after I finish the starting point shawl and I finish the Kimba shawl. I also snagged these buttons from Katrinkles for the sweater. I had her consign with me at my booth in the Frederick Fiber Fest, and it actually worked out really well and helped generate a lot of conversation. And I love her products. If you're ever looking for any sort of a notion, everything is made out of hardwood or bamboo, and she's got buttons, she's got stitch markers, and all sorts of things. So definitely check her out. And if you also are a shop owner, I would check out her custom work too. So that's it for today, guys, and that's right on time because I need to go walk Rolo, which is why he's in here hanging out with me, although he's peaceful today, so I definitely appreciate that. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I apologize that it has been 2 weeks since I uploaded. This is a weekly podcast, but I just got a little bit busy, and then last week I spent the whole week on vacation. And actually that is not it. I forgot my Can't Let It Go section, and I also wanted to talk about what I was up to for the last 2 weeks, but maybe we'll save that for another time. But my Can't Let It Go, another of my birthday presents was a Chemex, and my sister bought it for me. And the Chemex is this kind of like weird like beaker triangle shaped thing. And it is a pour over coffee maker, and the filter filters out the bitter portions of the coffee, which I love coffee. I love it as strong as possible, so the bitterness does not bother me. I buy good coffee. That's the difference, is that you don't get the Folgers or like, I don't even like Starbucks coffee because of the bitterness level. But either way, good coffee isn't going to be that bitter, but the Chemex filters that out. But it also is just an interesting and different type of flavor than the French press, which is what I normally use. So I am very excited about it. As soon as I got home last night, I was meal prepping for the week, and I definitely made some coffee with it. I already made coffee with it this morning, and it's perfect and amazing. And if you're also a coffee drinker, you should definitely check it out. Alright, that's really it this time, guys. If you like this video, please hit the like button down below. And if you'd like to see more videos from me, please hit the subscribe button. I do more than just podcasts. I also do craft and lifestyle videos. Alright, everybody, have a good time, and I will see you in the next one.